and the sudden visceral awareness that something seismic had just occurred. Lomachenko on the canvas. The Matrix down. Jorge Linares standing over him with his hands raised and his eyes wide with the wild, bright understanding that he had just done something that almost no one in the world had managed to do. He had put Vasyl Lomachenko on the floor. In the seconds that followed, everything about this fight and everything that had been assumed about both of these men came under sudden and urgent re-examination. Lomachenko rose. He rose with the deliberate calm of a man who has visited this place in his mind many times before, who has rehearsed this exact moment not physically but psychologically, and knows precisely what it demands of him. His face showed nothing. Not panic. Not desperation. Not confusion. His eyes were clear and they were already working, already reading the situation and already formulating the response. The referee completed the count. The fight resumed. What happened next is perhaps the most remarkable thing about this entire contest. Because the expectation in moments like that one, the natural dramatic arc of the scenario, suggests that Linares should press his advantage. That Lomachenko should be shaken. That the momentum of the knockdown should carry forward into the subsequent rounds and fundamentally alter the dynamic of the fight. That is what normally happens. That is what the script demands. But Vasyl Lomachenko had not come to Madison Square Garden to follow the expected script. He had come to write his own. Rather than retreating into defensive survival mode, Lomachenko immediately began to adapt. This is the quality that separates him from merely great fighters and places him in a category occupied by only a handful of athletes across the entire history of the sport. His ability to analyze and adjust in real time, to take new information from the fight and immediately incorporate it into his tactical framework, is not simply a product of training. It is a form of in-ring intelligence that borders on the preternatural. He had been knocked down. He had learned something from being knocked down. And now he was going to use that knowledge. The middle rounds of the fight became an education in what it looks like when a genius operates under pressure. Lomachenko tightened his defense against that right hand. He altered his angles and his entries. He began to apply the body work with greater intensity and greater persistence. Left hooks downstairs that landed with a thudding regularity that told a story about what was coming.